Hey y'all, I'm at the river resting my head on a rock, and I'm remembering back to when I was a teenager. And when I was like 13, I asked my parents to go see a psychologist because I was depressed, and they immediately tried to put me on antidepressants. And when I was 13, I was like so offended. I was like, what? Like, I don't need antidepressants. There's not something like inherently wrong with me. I'm just sad because my life sucks. It's really hard being a teenager when you don't have control over your own life. But once you're an adult, you can craft your life however you want. But I'm watching certain family members of mine be traumatized, like as they're traumatized, and there's really nothing I can do for them. But what I do know is that all of these mental health crises are not random. They're there because something is out of balance. It's not just like, oh, this runs in the family or whatever. It's like there's a root cause to everything. There's not something like just inherently wrong with me because I'm sad. I'm sad because of my situation. And as soon as I was able to change my situation, I felt better. And ever since, after having that experience of really bad depression in high school, whenever I feel that there's a depression coming on, because like every other year, maybe even once a year, I'll get like a little hint of depression, like, whoa, whoa, here it comes, you're gonna get depressed. And then I just get like, oh, hell no, I'm not gonna get depressed. And then I get super proactive and I'm like, what's going on here? Why am I about to feel depressed? I feel it like creeping in, and then I'll make a whole list of things. Like I'll get super proactive about what do I need to do to shift my environment so that I'm okay. And usually it's like, okay, do this exercise and hang out with this friend and do this art project. And I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not about to be depressed. And then I just make like a whole list of things. And then I usually find this has worked for me ever since high school. Like I haven't ever really had to go back into a real deep depression ever since I've been an adult because I can craft my own reality. So usually all I really have to do is like start doing that list. Like even if I don't keep to it perfectly, like, you know, wake up at 6 a.m. and do 100 push-ups or whatever it is that I write on the list. Like even if I just start moving in that direction and I do like some of it or most of it, or start even just take a bite out of that list, like I'm moving in the right direction, and what it needs to shift will shift. Sometimes depression is caused by grief. Sometimes it's just a matter of making space and like welcoming the grief. Like, okay, sadness, I see you, I love you, I'm not trying to make you go away. There's room for you too. And then creating a space to allow that to move through as needed. When people get depression, it's not just some like random mental health thing that comes out of nowhere or that just runs in the family. There's always a root. There's always a root, and there's always a solution. And a lot of times, depending on what approach you take and like what stage you are at with it, if you're already deep in it, then there's gonna have to be like a process of welcoming the pain and like listening to the pain, letting it inform you, making space for it, saying, I love you, sadness, I love you, anger, you're part of me too. And that should help it move through. But there's nothing like inherently wrong with you. You're not broken.